But first, let's focus on the big news coming in right now. Indian players had requested the BCCI for permission to bring wives and girlfriends to Australia for the World Cup. However, the BCCI has turned the request down, saying unless the team enters the knockout stage, they're not allowed to bring wives and girlfriends. Australia, South Africa and all the other teams have wives and girlfriends with them. And this is what prompted the players to make the request. All right, so now let's quickly go across to Boria Majumdar, who's in Australia. Boria, what's the latest on this matter that you have right now with you?
Himanshu, the latest is what you actually said. I mean, it's been a long tour and it's very natural that the players would be missing wives and girlfriends and they would want them here. All the other teams, in fact, where I'm standing just behind me, the South Africans had all their wives and girlfriends. The players were sort of enjoying themselves, relaxed with company, because it's a long tour, intense tournament. They would need all kinds of, in and around cushion that they can possibly get. So the Indians had always also requested that, but it was turned down. Sources in the BCCI tell me that the players were clearly told that unless you get the ticket for the quarterfinal, unless you make the knockout stage, this request would not be adhered to. So at this point in time, no Anushka Sharma can come to Australia and meet up with Virat Kohli, nor any of the partners or wives for the Indian players. I asked Gary Kirsten this question when I spoke to him a few days back, and he said this just doesn't matter for South Africa. The players are all adults. By not allowing wives and girlfriends, we are doing no major service to them. So as far as the BCCI is concerned, at this point in time, the curfew and the embargo stays.
So, Boria, how are the players coping with this? You've, of course, been observing the Indian players during net sessions. You've also been observing their body language. The larger issue is not that the girlfriends and wives have not been allowed. The issue also is that the BCCI has turned down a request specifically made by the players to the board, and they are the only ones who are turning down the request. So how are the players coping up with this? And do you think this could probably affect their performance in a way against a big game against South Africa coming up on Sunday?
No, I don't think it will affect performance, because this is not, these guys are professionals and this is the biggest stage of all. You don't need more incentive than playing for India at the world's biggest stage. So no, having said that, this is a tour which is tough. I mean, India has been in Australia for 2.5, 3 months now. Obviously there is a degree of isolationism, there is a degree of alienation, there's a degree of loneliness that creeps in. You've not gone home. And when you're seeing other teams and other players sort of having their wives, girlfriends, partners with them, you feel that why am I not entitled to doing the same? Where am I going wrong? Yesterday when the players were going out, one could see an Ajinkya Rahane walking alone, one could see a Suresh Raina, Ravindra Jadeja trying to sort of go together. So obviously they're trying to seek each other's company, but it's not often that the players sort of spend time with each other, and that is a problem. At that point in time, family helps. Whether or not family at this juncture would have helped the Indians, we don't know. But other teams have done that, and for them this is not a matter of any great importance. But for the Indians, for some reason, the BCCI is sort of hell-bent that wives and girlfriends will not be allowed on tour.
All right, Boria, stay with us. I'll come back to you in a bit.